Almost everyone harbors the exact same secret hope, that if we could just double our income, the ripples would instantly wash away all of our daily stress, our anxieties, and our life problems. Yet, when we track individuals who experience sudden financial windfalls, like inheritance recipients or massive lottery winners, their stress doesn't disappear. Instead, their personal conflicts, their debts, and their anxieties usually multiply. Money has no inherent ability to solve your internal problems. It operates exactly like this magnifying glass. It is a completely neutral amplifier that takes whatever traits you currently possess and scales them up. If you struggle to control spending on a modest salary, adding $1 million accelerates your losses on impulse buys. If you take on bad debt or make reckless bets, sudden wealth fuels faster ruin. Before trying to acquire massive wealth, you have to audit your current psychological baseline. You have to ensure your habits can actually survive being magnified. The easiest way to audit that baseline is to examine exactly what you do physically the moment a paycheck hits your bank account. Many people practice a behavior called pushing out. The second their salary arrives, they rush to immediately transfer it to credit card companies, pay off outstanding loans, or they intentionally avoid looking at their account balance altogether. This physical reflex treats the arrival of money like an unwanted burden, a hot potato you need to drop. Over time, pushing the money away programs your brain into a perpetual state of financial anxiety. Compare that to the habit of receiving money intentionally. Think of it like welcoming a highly respected guest into your home. You don't shove them out the back door, you offer them a seat and give them your time. In practical terms, this means taking an hour on payday to sit down, calmly review your balances, and intentionally assign your funds to specific investments, savings, and expenses, without a sense of panic. Establishing that calm routine proves your internal behavioral system is stable. It shows you can handle the administrative pressure that comes when the numbers eventually add extra zeros. The next signal to check is your emotional reflex when you see someone else achieve massive financial success. When an acquaintance buys a new house or travels the world, a common reaction is immediate resentment. That reflex of envy frames wealth as something unfair, unearned, or inherently corrupting. This diagram maps the relationship between emotional friction and financial growth. Viewing money with resentment creates a rigid red barrier, training your brain to avoid success. But actively celebrating others dissolves this barrier, allowing you to look at wealth with curiosity rather than contempt. When you align your emotions with the success of others, you dismantle the subconscious bias that views wealth as a threat. This shifts your internal focus toward recognizing opportunities rather than resenting outcomes. Even with the right emotional reactions, we often carry hidden roadblocks installed during childhood. We absorb the idioms and rules our parents repeated about money. You might have grown up hearing phrases like, "Only stretch your legs as far as your blanket goes," or "money doesn't grow on trees." These phrases were meant to protect you from debt, but by constantly repeating them, they secretly enforce a hard ceiling on your ambition. They teach you to shrink your life to fit a small income. To expand your financial capacity, you have to adopt a different objective. Your goal is not to continuously restrict your legs to fit the blanket. Your goal is to engineer a bigger blanket. Engineering a bigger blanket means actively developing new skills, creating secondary income streams, and building wealth systems that eventually employ and elevate other people alongside you. Identifying and rewriting those subconscious limitations is the final step in ensuring you don't self-sabotage as your operational capacity grows. Look closely at this breakdown of human needs. Lack of money is a severe physical threat. A higher income absolutely solves the practical crises listed on the left: housing, healthcare, and food. But we must distinguish between external solutions and internal states. Money is exceptionally good at curing poverty. It has a 0% success rate at curing misery. Buying new things provides a temporary spike of pleasure, but true abundance, actual sustained happiness, is a psychological baseline. It has to be cultivated independently of your bank balance. Focus on engineering a stable mind today. When you build that psychological foundation, the arrival of wealth simply scales a framework that is already prepared to handle the weight of success.